Got my alien being over my shoulders. Oh well. Hello. Oh my goodness. Got my frequency water there. Got my alien over my side. Do you have any questions? Welcome to Be So Light. Let's just bring it in right. And right now, setting a space, I do not consent to any negativity, third dimensional, fourth dimensional, energy beings, xenomorphs. You know who I'm talking about. I don't consent to their energy, and their energy is not permitted here. And I am calling in my beautiful divine team, my benevolent light team, Archangel Michael, my mediator. Oh yeah, calling them my dragons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you for being here. You know who you are. Thank you. All right. Calling in the divine mothers, calling in all that wonderfulness. So I put out a quick blast, real quick, on all my media sites where I do my talks and everything. And so today I am being told that I need to come on and talk about my work. And the talk about when you're on your what's going on here? With your when you're on your spiritual path and what that looks like. Now, those of you that have been following me, and first off the bat, thank you, new subscribers for just coming on and subscribing. Thank you. I finally broke that 67 holding for almost 2 years. And I know I have more subscribers than that, but being that it doesn't show. But thank you for coming on. Thank you for being a part of the Be So Light tribe, where we talk about truth here. We do not sugarcoat anything, and we talk about healing, and we talk about getting to the root cause of the issue, which is why I'm doing this video. So this content tonight is going to talk about the last things that have happened in the last 48 hours to me that have been, let's just put it this way, life altering, to the point to where I'm like, oh, that's why I was doing. Oh, that's what that was about. Oh my gosh, somebody's been trying to ring my bell. So I have been on this journey with Spiral Light now since 2017 or 2016. I think it was 2016, 2017. It was right after I finished Sundance. And I always tell this story how I came into it. And I actually came into it through a trauma, spiral light trauma, where a good friend of mine that was like a sister of mine literally did some off the wall stuff, accusations and things, and literally just broke my spirit. It's right up there with a divorce. What I went through with my divorce, and the amount of energy that she threw at me was so painful at that time. And I kept having the same repeat things happening to me in my life. I kept going through suicidal tendencies, wanting not to be on this planet. I didn't belong here. I didn't want to live. And I just could not figure out what was wrong with me. I had seeked out spiritual healing, therapy, all kind of stuff, even throughout my whole career in nursing. And I would just hit a certain time of the year that I was feeling this way. It wasn't all the time. It would be around a certain time of the year. I would hit the most lowest point, could not get over it. And I just kept saying, what is wrong with me? And then after a certain point, it would lift, and it would usually lift after my birthday. Like a few weeks after my birthday, it would lift. And I was just like, what is wrong with me? So the friendship that I had with this divine, with this sister being at that time just erupted and dissolved, and it left me in that state again. It actually activated all those emotions, feeling unwanted, feeling unloved, feeling unworthy, feeling, not good enough. What did I do wrong now? Who do I got to clean something up with now? What did I do? And it come to find out it's not anything that I've ever done. It's always been just standing in my truth and being me and being in my truth of that. So when this took place, I was just sitting on a couch eating M&Ms at that time, and just had a day of doing that. And I was already out from the busy part of nursing. I was already in my full on healing modalities, working, doing massage work and doing full moon ceremonies and doing those things that I enjoyed. I loved and I enjoyed in the community that I was a part of, and I was doing it. I enjoyed myself. And then I had to deal with this. So I'm sitting there eating my peanut M&Ms and M's and just saying, I just can't be on this planet anymore. This is just ridiculous. And this is when I was really just still in my 3D essence, and just, the ego was pulling on me. You're nothing, you're this, and talking all that stuff to me. And the lower beings were having a good time because I was low in my vibration. So, and as I was sitting there eating my M&Ms and M's and saying, I just give up. That just hurts me to no end. Now I done lost my sister, good friend, and she's thinking all these things, and she's gonna go out and she's gonna say all this stuff that's not true, and people are gonna believe her, and da 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 da. I know how this story goes. I've lived it in all my other lives. It always goes this way, the hate to hate to hate. So I just sit there and I was just eating, and all of a sudden my bag of M&Ms just kind of like fell from my hands, and it fell out on the floor. And I was like, oh, great. Now I can't even have my M&Ms. What is left? And then all of a sudden I heard this huge voice come over me and said, you need to stop this. You're having an experience, and this is one of them. And now you need to really heal. Why do you keep repeating that pattern? Why do you keep feeling suicidal, unwanted, unloved, not needed? Why do you feel that? And it's always around the same time of the year you go through this. And then it was like I had this flash of everything that was showing me, of all the people that came into my life, of all the people that have been a part of. And then when I would get to this same cycle again, the same thing would come up. So I was just shown this whole gamut of people, my stuff, and everything. And then all of a sudden, it came in and it showed me back in my womb of my mother. And it showed me what I received at that time in the womb. And then this is when all of a sudden I was taken out into the ethers, and I was shown this beautiful spiral. And I remember this energy coming to me, and it was plasmic light, and it stretched out and came back into a spiral, and it came back towards me, and it went through my body, and it just did all these wonderful things. All these different colors came through me. And it was like, just say, I release this now. And I said the words, I release this now, and released all of that depression, released all of that trauma, released all of that anxiety, released all of that. Boom, with Spiral Light. And I was just told, you are going to have a galactic teacher that's going to teach you about your modality. So here's the thing. I remember I wanted to study um, energy code. I think it's called energy code. I can't remember. I remember I wanted to study that. But every time I pick up the book, I couldn't read it. It was like I'd fall asleep. Or I would get this energy saying, put it down. You already have your medicine. That's somebody else's. Put that down. You have yours. Yours is ready to be brought into the world. So I was like, well, how am I gonna do this? I can barely get on Facebook. I can barely do Instagram. How the heck am I gonna get this going? And so the being that's over my shoulder at Zeta came to me, and I really started being taken a lot at nighttime in dimensional healing temples, crystal cities, light cities, taken up into ships, starships, and then meeting different beings and learning about the modality of what I was actually being brought back into the memory of what I signed up for in the contract soul agreement before I came here to this planet. I am not originally from this planet. Let's just get that straight right now. I just signed a contract and said, okay, fine, I'll come here and help with this whole evolving of us coming out of our deep sleep and coming into our higher selves and coming into awakening state. So I signed up for it just like everybody else did because everybody knows that Earth is a school. So I came down. And when you come down, you get amnesia. You can't remember why you came here, and you got to go through all this crap and try to remember why you're here. And then when you do remember, now you're in your 50s. Now you're trying to jumpstart everything and do it. But thank goodness to now awakening energy is here on the planet, and Mother Gaia is taking it in, and everything is inundated with the newer frequency and a new awakening. And we're all coming online now in our new DNA and everything. And spiral light comes in and helps with root cause issues, root pattern issues, and getting rid of that. So now, when this time of the season comes around, I don't sit around with, oh, woe is me, depression, and all that. And I don't have those symptoms anymore, and I don't have the those symptoms of the heavy depressions and all of that. And if it ever shows up, it would probably be a new timeline of something from another old life that just came on and needed to be cleared. But so far so good right now, and I'm feeling the love and I'm feeling good, and I love what Spiral Light has brought into my life, and it has brought some very interesting people into my life, and it has spiraled out all the old people out of my life. And that's been kind of hard at the same time, because it's been a challenge to have to release people from your life that are no longer able to be in your space anymore, because you shifted, or they shifted, and I can't be with them or they can't be with me. And it's not a bad thing. It's just about spiritual growth. It's about the journey of life. So tonight I really wanted to just bring that on. And so I had a lot of questions come up about my shorts. And thank you so much, all of you that have been loving my elixir shorts. Um, the ones like the dragon, how it was formulated, dragon meat green citrine. This is a pretty potent one. It these are all the master elixirs. This one's a new one. This is my blueprint code. And the blueprint code, I gave birth to that yesterday. It was painless. And and then I have my other ones. Let me get them organized. Bear with me, everyone, because you know how I am on my channel. I just roll with it. So this one is my more like the dolomite, the tiger eye, the herkimer diamond, the azurite, and rose quartz. And then it all has the infusion of gold and silver and copper into it with light code, and frequencies that goes into this. That's what makes them so strong. And then the green bottle, this one is just straight Herkimer diamond, which I really, really love. And this one is at a frequency vibration of 731. And the red one, that is trillion. Okay. Then the red one is the rose quartz, aqua aurora. And then I have my brown one. Small brown one is the smaller version of this one. And then I have a all blue one that has all of the dragon's blood jaspers and the green citrine all added into it with the Herkimer diamond, with the rose quartz and the dolomite and the angel's light and the tiger's eye all put into there with each different frequency of it being at a 731 trillion all the way to a 584 trillion of light speed of light. So I have to say it in that way. So these are literally water frequency elixirs. So everyone's been asking, well, you know, what's the cost on them? If you order them, depending on what your session is how I incorporate the bottle. And then I need to make sure it is the right fit for you. But what I've been experimenting with, and I want to say a good shout out to one of my members, Marianne, who is in Sweden, and another client, Rebecca, in Philadelphia, and another client that just came back for Costa Rica, who is in Florida and Puerto Rico, are people who have experienced, and Hawaii, who have experienced my elixirs personally. So these elixirs, do you know how you go on to your movie apps and you stream your movies and you want to watch it right then and there? You just kind of pay for it, right? And then you stream it and it comes straight into your laptop, your phone, or whatever you're watching a movie. These are no different. I literally stream this energy into a bottle of yours at your home, a water bottle or a tincture bottle, and you let me know when you have taken a picture of it with the lid off, because we want it to go in. Make sure you have either purified water, distilled water, spring water, has to be purified water of some sort. And you place it into your tincture, and then you let me know. This is like our mini session that we have. We talk about what you're going through, what's happening, what do you need to come up and change into your life. And the elixirs are all about frequency, working on you on your cellular etheric level. So, in healing, in order to heal things, you have to heal in spirit first before it comes into the physical body. That's how you get spontaneous healing. So when we go into our spirit and we actually talk about what is causing us to have a unhappiness, to keep repeating a pattern, to keep being sick, to keep having anxiety, depression, where is the root cause of this? That's what we're going into. So the elixirs are just one part of the modality to help with spiral white. Now, when I have the consultation with you and you say, well, I would like to have, I want to have the blueprint code. Okay, now the blueprint code, from what I've been told, it goes into your cellular energy and talks to the divine blueprint of your cells in your body, your God cells. And when it goes in, it's actually upgrading your cellular blueprint in your cells. This is what I've been told by the divine light, by the source, benevolent light. That's all I work with. I don't work with anything else under that. Anyway, all about the light, baby. Get your light right. Life is right. So, with that is how I put this together. So, what my clients do, and here was the test. I was really happy when one of my clients in Sweden said yes, she wanted. And the first one she jumped on was the dragon meets citrine. So she saw the short on that. She says, "I want to do that one." I said, "Okay." So I she took a picture of her tincture. She had a tincture bottle at home. She took a picture of it, took the lid off, and she had her own water in there. And once she did that, I just sat in space because nowadays my work is really easy because I'm limitless. I can pull in anywhere, transfer whatever, anywhere, any place, anywhere, anytime. And that's the way you need to operate now. If you know for a fact that you're on the fifth energy, sixth and seventh and eighth and ninth, wherever you're working from. So, because I'm working in those higher dimensions, that's where I do my work when this is being transferred over. And we call it the spiral transfer. We're going to do a spiral transfer. We're not going to stream it, we'll do a spiral transfer. So the spiral transfer takes place, and the guardians for this to make sure everything is at its highest pristine when it's being received is one of my dragons who is the purity dragon. And it's a purity dragon that's pure white light, pure crystals, white quartz crystals is all around him. His scales and everything are crystals, and he actually makes sure that the space is secure for the transfer to take place. So once that takes place, then the divine light team of all my beloved benevolent angels and the God source comes in of the Mother, Father Divine and blesses it up and seals the deal. And then what happens when you start to take the elixir, you will notice it's a slicky, real silky, like airy type of frequency on your tongue. And as soon as you taste that and feel that, it goes exactly where it needs to go to either bring up a situation or an issue, to either have you start looking at something to release it, or to heal something. And it happens pretty fast. So, in at least a 3-day period, it is really going through and working with the body and helping the body to release those things. So, I have just been really enjoying transferring the energy to people. And it's so much easier because guess what? You don't have to wait for the package to get to you. You don't have to wait for the if you get the package, what if they scanned it too much and changed the elixir of it? Or if you need an emergency elixir now and you need that, boom. Now for emergencies, I totally skip the bottle. I totally take the mixture of the bottle and I just download it into you, straight down into your spine, straight down into your cells. Talk to your cells, activate it down into your cell, and it's in you. And I had that with a client here in California that had something going on, and I had to do an immediate spiral light elixir put into her, and it was able to help her make some change because she already had did a lot of other things to try to get better, and it was energetically something going on, and then I just did it. And then on top of that, I did something with, hey lovely, I did some work with her kitty cat. Her kitty cat was feeling all the energy of everything coming in, and so I just downloaded the can't say download, I did a spiral transfer of the, I think I did the dragon. I did the dragon. Put the dragon through and put that into the kitty cat, and the kitty cat was knocked out sleeping. I said, "How's your kitty?" She said, "She's been sleeping all day." I said, "Yeah, I download pretty much just kind of transfer some soda light and some lavender and then some good crystals into that." So that's what this is all about. This is how the elixirs work. Um, I keep creating newer ones, and I just watch them, and this is new for me to kind of be able to do it in this way. And I like this way because this is a new way of being, and it's fifth dimensional, it's sixth dimensional, seventh dimensional. We're going beyond physical mindset of things and doing it. And the one thing about me, if it's off the cuff, I'm already there. I'm loving it. I'm loving to do something out of the box. I've never been one to stay in the box. I've never been one to follow the structures of stuff. Yeah, out of the box. That's just how it rolls. So I'm really happy with the blueprint. The blueprint one was really fun to make. This is the spray. And the spray one, you can, if you were purchasing it, it can be sprayed onto your pillows, and when you lay down at night to get that cellular receiving, or it can actually be used as a transfer. The dragon one is all about, do you really need to wake up and get into the true essence of yourself and be there, and awaken into that. And this is another one of my other ones. But the Herkimer Diamond, I love this one because it's all about just pulling in that higher frequency of self, giving yourself a little ba 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 boom. And if you just need a little bit of love energy, the love energy one comes in with that rose quartz, aqua aurora. So that's how this started. Now, my first batch of elixirs I made a long time ago, back in 2012, and Tara remembers this, when I made the batch and I had them all in the shoebox on the table. And there was, like, I think a couple of us sitting around the table. We've had like breakfast with Flea. I think back in the day I used to do this thing called "Come Have Breakfast with Me." Invite my friends over. Those were the good old days. Can't wait to do that again, but in a different way. and and to They were all sitting at the table, and I remember Tara just started doing this. And I go, "What's wrong?" She goes, "The energy from this box is so strong. These elixirs are so strong." And I said, "Okay, she's feeling that. That's really good. And she hasn't even taken them yet." So I was like, "Wow." So yes, they are made with a frequency water, and I use an organic vodka to preserve it. I was doing vinegar, and I realized that some vinegars that you use will cause a cloudiness with my elixir, and I wasn't liking that. I was like, I'm not having that. I don't like that. So I do watch them if they have used their time energy, and the energy is now converting, or it has done what it's needed to do. I will simply pour out that master one and start up a new batch. And but pretty much I keep an eye on all of them, and I like just kind of streaming it to people. So I just wanted to hop on here and talk about the elixir. I know I have one person in house. Do you have any questions that you would like to ask? Hey there. She's like, hey there. Um, the elixirs are really good for just helping your body to move through your ascension process, because that's what we're all going through. And I feel very blessed to do this. Now, I want to talk about the goddess, what was happening. And I thought this was very interesting. So, the last 48 hours, I had some kind of, when the blueprint one was being born, I was waiting for more information, and I got more information. I actually was taken out and shown the blueprint of the universe, and it was all just coming towards me, and I was seeing it. It was so beautiful. And but I've been noticing I was getting these little random things that were happening. Like I had to read a certain part of, I think it was called Sophia Code. Now, this book has been haunting me. I got the book. A friend of mine's bought me the ebook of it, and I read pieces and all of it, but I never really sat and read it. And last night I had to read this one section, and had to do with Hathor, and I was like, hmm. And I already saw an image of her when I was taking a shower, and I was like seeing. I was like, whoa! I'm in the shower. What's this? What's going on? And I was like trying to figure out, why is she popping in? What's she doing? And then when I started reading it, because one of the Facebook groups that I have is called the Stargate Divine Priestess Group. Now, in the Divine Priestess Group, we have been walking together for 51 days, walking through the tarot cards, the Light Seer card deck. And we're doing it for the 78, actually 79 days. Um, walk together through these cards, and we ask, there's 3 questions that are formulated with the card of the day. Today was 2 of Swords day. Oh, I'm blind, I can't see. What choice do I need to make? What do I need to make a choice on? What do I need to make a decision on? So today those questions are upon us, on what do you need to step up in your life? What do you need to see? I remember, yes. And so when I was reading on her key code, it was all about Hathor is the Stargate priestess. And I was like, what? And I kept reading some more, and she's all about the cellular work. And I was like, what? And I kept reading some more. And then I kept going deeper into the read of the description of her. And as I was having these aha moments and these what moments and this are you kidding me moments, and I'm like, what? What? I felt this present come in, and she says, hi, I've been trying to get your attention. And I was like, oh my God, you've got it covered. I was just astounded, because just I think about a week or two, I had bought this in Sedona, and I when I had moved and everything, I packed it up and I couldn't remember what box I put it in, but a week or two, I think 2 weeks ago, I found it and I said, "Oh, there's my unk. Let me pull it out." I have no idea why I need to pull it out, but okay, fine. So I had it on my bedside next to one of my tower crystals, and this is one of her things that she uses when she's initiating someone through the Stargate. I, I was just like, what? Now, this is why I say your sole purpose, because a lot of time when your divine beings are coming up and they're trying to work with you, they work in their code ways. They try to get your attention. And sometimes we just get so busy and trying to do what we're doing, we miss their hints when they're trying to get us. And I'm like, Hathar, I'm like, thank you so much for finally bringing your energy to my attention, and then knowing that you are connected to stargates. I was just like blown away. And yes, being that the Facebook group that I do have, that is called the Stargate Divine Priestess Group, yeah, we have Hathor, that's the goddess Hathor, that's really been working with us and is initiating us for our activations in our stargates, as well as really communicating at a speed of light with your throat chakra and your third eye and your crown chakra joining in at that heart and speaking things into fruition. So I was just blown away. once that message came in. And today she's been all around me. Like it's kind of like when you finally realize that someone's been trying to get your attention and now all of a sudden you're doing this dance with them. And I finished doing this other key code initiation vibration with her, and she said we're going to tweak it a little bit, so she did a tweaking on it. So I was like, okay. But have just been floored with this. So I bring this up for this reason. A lot of times when we're on our path, sometimes we can end up taking time out, take a break. We might feel like we're not on the right path, or we're not organizing it right, or it doesn't look like it should look the way we're trying to get it to look. And a lot of times that's far from the picture. It is the way it is because that's the way you originally wrote it. And you are following your path the way you're supposed to be following it. And the rest is going to be revealed as soon as you get the rest of your keys and unlock the doors. So I just wanted to keep it short and straight to the point. About Spiral Light, it is a life changing healing modality. And one of the things I honestly can say that it does bump her up against, if you're not really ready to make that change, you will make half of the change and then you'll still sit in the others, and it'll still sit with you. You have to be 100% committed to ready to cut those timelines, move those time patterns out, get to the root cause of it. Because once you do, you're going to be lighter, you're going to feel healthier, you're going to feel more energetic, you're going to have more inspiration, you're going to feel happier, you'll sleep better, you're not going to have that energy on you. And then all of your activations of your codes of light come in and get activated with you so that it comes in and starts bringing everything online. So you can't bring more energy and coded lights online if you are still um, bogged down with the past and a lot of trauma. And these last couple of years have been trauma on a lot of people. I'm still putting together a healing time with the people of Puerto Rico because of the severity of those hurricanes and what that energy has done to a lot of beloved people of Puerto Rico who have been heavy in their heart with the trauma and the drama of everything that's been happening. Maria was the hardest thing that hit the island. And then having this last one come through. Wasn't on the same caliber, but still, it reactivated those who made it through Maria. And if they survived Maria, then they had probably loved ones who died from it. So, can you imagine the emotional trauma that they were reliving with the other? I think it was Ian that came through and really just started moving through and bringing up all those issues again, bringing up that timeline energy again, and they were reliving that all over again. This is what my work is about. This is why I get to the root cause of it, and really, I love helping people heal that, to stop hanging on to that past, that trauma, that pain, that grudge. If you're someone that I know that has grudge lines, grudge timelines, that pain, that deep rooted pain, you never got over something, you never got the apology, you never got the I'm sorry. A lot of us have, I've talked about this before, have been waiting for the apology, have been waiting for the I'm sorry. And there's just some people who will not step up to the bat and claim that. So a lot of times you're waiting for people who are incapable of doing that because they don't have it in themselves to do that. They have to do the healing on themselves to realize what caused that energy or that trauma with someone else. So all of us are in that boat of healing. All of us have had trauma. All of us have experienced these things. But in that, essence, this is where we have to look at ourselves and say, oh my gosh, I need to heal that. And not be afraid to get in there and look at that shadow of that pain and heal that pain. And that's where you come in to your most divine higher power. Because now you are willing to take it on and heal it, and you're not going to play the blame game. You're not going to put it off on anybody. You're not going to make yourself feel like, oh well, this person da da da. You're not going to be thinking for other people, and that's what we do when we are hurting and when we've gone through something traumatic. And a lot of us have lost loved ones and have gone through a lot and lost your homes, lost your jobs, loss brings in grief. And when we're grieving, until we release that and really get that out, we don't feel safe. We don't feel secure. We don't feel like life is what we really want it to be. We can't live that life of abundance and prosperity and love and live from that divine sacredness because we got that heaviness, a burden of sadness and all of that on us. So it requires us to get in there and do the work. And that's what my work is all about. And I enjoy helping people heal themselves. It's my sole purpose. And hell, I started off in nursing. I'm just doing it the other way around, where I don't want you to be sick, broken down with cancer, having breast cancer, throat cancer, lung cancer, stomach cancer, colon cancer. To eat at oneself is what cancer is. To eat at oneself, because we don't need to be storing that up. So if we can get to our emotions and heal it and let it go and release it, we don't have those dis-ease in the body, right? So this is why I do Spiral Light. And then I wanted to put this together because we're going to be walking into 2023 and I see myself being very busy because it's quiet before the storm right now. But somewhere along the line in 2023, because that's a seven energy, everything's going to come online like this. Everybody's going to be looking for some kind of way to heal themselves, to get to their next level. It's light going to come on. The light's going to come on. And you got to be ready to meet your calling. So whatever that is for you. What are you here for? Ask yourself. All right. So thank you so much for joining me here tonight on Be Soul Light. I'm Priestess Makala, also known as Felicia. And I just wanted to bring this on and really talk about the elixirs, how you can get it delivered. You can DM me. You can reach me through my Instagram, Priestess Michaela 333. You can reach me on my website, galacticspirallight.com. Very easy. And you can send me an email there. Um, but set up an appointment time so we can schedule your time and take your photo and I can send it to you and activate your waters if you like to have it like that. If you're going to want to have a consultation with me, then all my information is on my webpage for that. Take a look around. The yoga, all of my yoga things, I have that on hold right now because there's things I'm not willing to do or travel for to do all of that. But everything else is all about just your healing modality. Okay, and Spiral Light and email me. 777 the spirit loved dot gmail.com. It's pretty easy. So be good to yourself and I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much for liking my shorts, the short videos. I have fun when I put those together because I'm all excited about trying to figure out the kind of music to use. I'm sitting on my yoga ball. And I'm all excited about trying to figure out what music and everybody knows I'm kind of into Tommy Trump. No, not Tommy. Timmy Trump, trumpet. And then Mariana Boo. I like her too. So she's pretty raw. So everyone have a good day, be good to yourselves, and many blessings to all of you. And if I don't see you before I come on here and get you ready for 2023 and you're in a higher dimensional timeline, be good to yourselves and I'll see you in 2023 on the other side. Bye. That's a wrap. 4, 3, 2, 1.